have not received any communication from the accused persons that they have selected the lawyers. I hereby now implement direction number 2, where I was requested to appoint the advocates in state leave. The latest one to appoint 3 advocates. I want to know whether they are here. Council Namawejje Sylvia, Council Serwambala, who is that? Council Serwambala, Council Awero, we confirm.
I think it would be an injustice to the people of Uganda to pay for lawyers for us when we are able to meet the requirements of our representation. Especially in these hard times when people are dying of hunger.
Criminal Social Case number 335 of 2025, Uganda vs. Dr. Kizza, Besigye and Lutale, and RO/127 Portfolio Captain Bola, the Bishoya.
May it please this Honorable Court, I'm Thomas Jatiko, Assistant Director of Public Prosecution. Hello, this morning I appear together with my colleague. This afternoon, Richard Birivumuka, Chief State Attorney for the prosecution. My Lord, the accused persons, A1, A2, and A3 are present in court. My Lord, for the record, A3, that is Ola Denish Oya, is being represented by my land friend, Claire Naku, who is holding brief for counsel Simon Subuga and Hanifa Namakula, who are in personal conduct of his defense and case. My Lord, these counsel Simon Subuga and Hanifa Namakula are presently in session in Mukono for Justice Muhoozi. Claire Naku, N-A-K-K-U, Claire. Counsel Simon Subuga and Hanifa Namakula, who are in personal conduct of this case, my Lord. They are appearing before Justice Muhoozi in a session. My Lord, the team of lawyers of A1 and A2, we do not see them present in court this afternoon. And my Lord, the last time this court, Honorable Court was in session, it adjourned the hearing of this matter to to today, the 15th of July, 2026. And my Lord, therein, this Honorable Court directed and ordered the prosecution to make available its disclosure or evidence that it intends to rely upon, and make personal disclosure to the accused persons, that is A1 and A2. I would wish to inform this Honorable Court that this disclosure is ready and present in court. And my Lord, we pray that this court be pleased to permit us complete this service of disclosure upon A1 and A2 who are present in court, my Lord.
The prosecution is directed with immediate effect to serve all the evidence intended to rely on to the accused persons immediately right now. A1 and A2 as directed by the state statutes. For the record, Thomas Jatiko, Assistant DPP. My Lord, as directed by this Honorable Court, the prosecution has personally effected service upon A1, that is Colonel Retired Dr. Kizza Besigye, with Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3, my Lord. And my Lord, this is similar to accused number 2, that is Haji Obeid Lutale. We have similarly served him with Volume 1, 2, and 3. My Lord, with particular reference to Volume 3, my Lord, the prosecution has included 2 statements, that is of detective, have included 2 statements of the investigating officers, that is Detective IP Natumanya Nelson. Just tell me how.
We have included 2 statements of the investigating officers, ma'am. And the accused have acknowledged receipt by appending their respective signs or signature.
Let me confirm from which I told you whether you have received Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. whether you have received that volume 1, volume 2, and 3 which they are talking about.
First accused, and they have received all the 3.
Volume 1, volume 2, have you received those volumes?
Yes.
Okay, since you have received the evidence which the state intends to rely on as per court's direction, it's now okay. Let me go to the next stage. When we are here on 13th, in addition to this disclosure which has been made, I directed the Registrar of Criminal Division, in case you keep the challenge, if you still have the challenge of legal representation, I directed that the state, the Deputy Registrar of Criminal Division should avail you with a list of lawyers in the state. And on record, there is a letter from the registrar that he sent to you, a list of lawyers totaling 786 to choose from. Can I get any clarification?
Yes, sir. We received a list of the lawyers who are state funded. At about 6 p.m. last evening, as you have indeed observed, they are totaling 786. Would like to be guided how to proceed with selecting those that can represent us if our legal representation challenges are not resolved. Court is aware that the charges we face are very serious. And very complex. Considering that they cover events in 4 countries. Some of the evidence that we are faced with is technical, electronic evidence. And so in selection of legal representation, it's vital that we understand the competencies of the various lawyers on this role. and that then, guided by the various competencies available to us, we make a selection. What is simply provided are names, the year of enrollment, the jurisdiction or magisterial area where they serve, and their telephone contacts. That I am seeking for guidance on how we can get to understand their competencies so that we are facilitated to make a selection. Having said that, I would also like to reiterate our earlier presentation to this court. That the legal team we had is a team we are very comfortable with its competencies. And that it would still be available to us to represent us in this matter. Once matters relating to their security have been resolved, which, as we have been pointing out, those matters are contained in our application number 248, which is before the High Court. Which is before the High Court, this High Court, and which
for the record, Thomas Jatiko, Assistant Deputy. I would reply to what the accused have said. These are matters that Honorable Court may address, because we are not, the prosecution is not party to the alleged application, miscellaneous application 248 of 2026. My Lord, the prosecution awaits the directives and guidance of this honorable court to humbly submit.
On the issue of application number 248, the deputy registrar is going to communicate officially to you. We confirm that it is not before me, but is going to write to you through Zira and give you the person who is handling that application. I will now turn to the issue of legal representation. When we were last here, this honorable court made some directions to the deputy registrar. As indeed A1 and A2 have confirmed, they have not made any selection of lawyers from the list forwarded. And the reasons I will report they have submitted. On the other hand, I have received a letter which is confirming what the accused persons have told court. A letter from the Registrar of Vision. I read that following the directions of today morning, I have not received any communication from the accused persons that they have selected the lawyers. I hereby now implement direction number 2, where I was requested to appoint the advocates in state delivery. The registrar went ahead to appoint 3 advocates. I want to know whether they are here. Council Namawejje Sylvia, Council Silva, who is that? Council Silva, Council Awero, Sir. We confirm.
On the record, Thomas Jatiko. And second,
I have confirmed that the 3 advocates are in court, so you wanted to say something, sir?
just haven't got the name of the second council.
Can you give me the one?
Serwambala Julius. Serwambala is S-E-L-W-A.
One of them.
You have anything you want to say?
So, if I may just understand what has taken place, does it mean that we are now represented? So, what do you want me to comment on?
I am trying to say what happened, so I have not.
You want me to wait till you, because I don't know where we are.
I want to make a clarification that which you asked about the list of lawyers which was given to you. That all those people applied, made application to the chief registrar, the court certificate. The same, all those 786 were verified and vetted by the office of the chief registrar. So they have passed that case. That one you can feel free to choose from that list. Now, I just want to hear from you, how long do you need to finish this process of selection of your phone? How long from today? How long do you think you need so that you can study that list as you say?
Yes, as we studied, I was inquiring into the status of...
I am going to that. Let me first know we are still on your side.
As I pointed out, sir,
how long do you need to study the list? I've told you it is verified and...
before I talk about the length of time, what I need to guide me to decide, I have no doubt that all of them are qualified lawyers.
So how long do you need to make your decision?
What I pointed out, sir, is that lawyers have different competencies.
That's okay. So how long?
And so to select a lawyer for a particular task, one needs to understand their specific
That's what
competencies.
guide me. Select how long do you need to
So, considering the constraints we have, maybe about 2 weeks. Hopefully we would have had an understanding. And if the court has information beyond the fact that they were verified as lawyers in terms of what they have experience in, that would be helpful also if the court would avail it to us.
weeks. Tested by the accused party. And I get a response for being
For the record, Thomas Jatipas standing with you. For the prosecution is ready to commence this hearing with its presentation of its witnesses. And my lord, it is important that the accused person make this selection. In addition to the appointment, my lord, the prosecution is imploring if this process can take a week. From the date upon which this honorable court shall direct, my lord.
Having heard from the accused persons and the state, let me hear from the lawyers in the state being appointed by the legislature. How long do you think assume you are going forward?
My lord,
This is
Serwambala Julius, my lord. Serwambala is S-E-L-W-A-M-B-A. My lord, 2 weeks would be sufficient for us. My lord, during that time, we also undertake to take the two accused persons copies of our CVs, our experiences in criminal law and practice, and any other relevant information that the accused may want. So, pray.
Let me see here from that side. Let's see what side.
Well, wondering to reiterate considering what the prosecutor said. Court needs to take cognizance of the fact that we are not only in prison, we are in prison in the prison. In Rosita, which is the maximum security prison of Uganda, there are also prisons inside. Of areas where we cannot interact with other prisoners.
I didn't get you are responding on what he said.
Yes, he says we need to, 1 week is enough.
You are
So
responding
even
to
to
the time
communicate to
of
the administration is a process. There is a process through which we
you are
can,
responding
on the time.
time of 1 week
Yes.
against the 2 weeks.
Yes, even the 2 weeks, I'm not sure that it will be enough, but I suggested 2 weeks as a reasonable time within which we can try to do all we can. And I'm just highlighting the challenges we face in doing what is before us. That we are doubly confined. That the administration of the Uganda prisons at Rosita is highly intimidated about our case. They handle it like it is nuclear material, anything related to us. That's why our applications to this court come very late, because they are not commissioned in time. The prison has many justices of peace who should commission documents. But ours can only be commissioned by one person, who is the OC. The letter that came to court, hopefully it arrived on Monday when we were here, which I was referring to, was a letter we had written to you, Mr. Judge, on Thursday last week. But we were not allowed to sign it until Monday, when we were coming to court, when the OC would be around. So I reiterate my earlier suggestion that 2 weeks may be sufficient to get information on the lawyers on the road and to decide who will help us. Having said that, sir, I wish to say that we are dissatisfied with your response regarding 248, our miscellaneous application 248, which talks about representation we are dealing with. Uganda High Court is one court.
That is the one I said the registrar is going to communicate.
Yes, and I'm saying we are dissatisfied with the idea of the registrar communicating. Uganda High Court is one court with original jurisdiction to which we bring matters. It has one registrar responsible for all these documentations. Applications we have made previously touching.
I think that one I said clearly. I have answered that.
I'm saying I'm dissatisfied with your answer, and I'm giving the reasons why I'm dissatisfied with your answer,
So
sir.
let me investigate the registrar. Let him give that advice. So let us go.
Also now he's going to tell you where the file is. Okay. I thought you said he was going to communicate to us.
Yes, that's what he's going to still communicate to you, and even give me.
Yes, but I hope, and I don't know why it has taken so long, because naturally, that application will
Let us
be.
investigate that.
Okay, sir.
Here are the directions of this one. Says the Constitution has made full disclosure that the persons personally, is A1, A2. The request for 2 weeks by a chosen person is granted with the following directions, further directions, within those 2 weeks. Go ahead and select the lawyers of your choice from the list, which was dated and confirmed by the Chief Registrar of Courts of Agriculture, and then meet your team, share the evidence that has been disclosed to you, and I add that Kizza, which had communicated the facilities, it should go ahead and avail those facilities to you as a selected team from today onwards. And then our team should be ready for hearing of this case on the date I'm going to communicate. Another direction is that the 3 lawyers on state brief appointed by the registrar should equally submit their CV to the chosen persons for consideration. You can submit your CV through the registrar, then the registrar will forward it to Kizza. Otherwise, be prepared in case there is a challenge from the chosen persons. The registrar also is directed with immediate effect to write to the chosen persons on the status of this application. Chosen persons keep referring to, which is not located to me. That is, the registrar should communicate immediately the status of this application number 248 2026. With those directions, therefore, this matter is adjourned for hearing on 29th June at 11. 29th. No?
You're right.
Next
I think July. They come on 29th July at 11. The prosecution
But that's impracticable.
were directed to prepare your witness on that day. So
It's impracticable, Your Honor, sir.
you come and tell us if you are aware that it is practical. Go and meet your lawyer from today.
So have you given us 2 weeks to choose lawyers or less?
You choose lawyers from today, they prepare, they come here after those are within 2 weeks, 29.
No, Mr. Judge, I still have a very burning issue.
I am saying I have given you from today.
Yes, another issue, I'm not asking on that. The other issue is to inform court. I informed the court at our last appearance that we had filed a notice of appeal in the matter of the senior's application 227. I now wish to further inform the court that we have filed an application number 269 of 220, just for the record.
You know the record, I can't write that applications and another file.
Pardon?
Okay,
I'm just informing.
There is application where you find the notice of appeal and ask for the report. I have forwarded the report you got the report in that completed file and the notice of appeal.
So
if there is any other,
we have filed an application for stay of the 335.
Is you are right, it's finished. I don't have it here.
So we need to be heard at the next appearance.
I don't have it here. Let us, if you have filed, we shall.
Additionally, sir, I don't know why you don't give us time to.
No, I have done this matter.
Yes,
You have
yes, I have other matters.
Yes, I don't have any right.
Yes,
I don't have any right.
Other matters.
If you have other concerns,
Yes, sir.
they might address.
We have just been given disclosures that include electronic equipment, which upon arrival at Rosira is going to be confiscated. Yes. So we need orders.
Please interpret. So let me just.
They are here.
What is the date? Yes, now, let us do this. That one, let us extract the order. Because I have given the order to disclose partially to them, and they have disclosed to them. So maybe we are going to give that order to the police.
So that they don't,
Yes, confiscate the item.
that these are our materials, you have no access to. No, sir. I have a final issue, which is a burning issue actually.
Wait on it.
It's a matter over which I touched on at our last appearance, but which I think needs to be given more substantive consideration by this court. So I intend to now formally ask court, in respect of what Mr. Museveni said on the 4th of July.
Put it in writing so that I'm able to respond. Because now I am not ready.
Yeah, but
If you have that concern, put it in writing, and I am able to respond. But now we have done that case. I have guided on disclosure.
this matter, the reason I think
Feel
it's...
free to put it in writing. You have been ready.
Yes, but it is urgent. The urgency of it is that...
Can you allow us to read?
Yes, sir.
put those concerns so that I can put them first. Because now feel free to put them in
The problem is that you have given us 2 weeks,
and
which is,
even if it is tomorrow,
so if we put it in,
even if you go to the cells around them to give you time to write, so that you bring those concerns. You can in the cell. That's the